At the whole day.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is
Hey,
your girl.
everybody.
Yes, Tina Renee and Wendy. We are here with our special guest,
Yes.
Anthony. We're so excited tonight because tonight we have a great topic, and we wanted to bring in a male perspective to see what he says on the topic that we're going to be discussing on tonight. So I advise
Yes.
y'all to get your drinks because you don't want to step away from the show on tonight. So
All
share
right.
the live with your friends, your family, your foes,
Yes.
whoever you want to share it with. Because again, tonight is going to be an awesome night. We have a great
Yes.
speaker. He has been on the Healing Project once before, so he is not I would say no longer a guest. He is family now. So we're gonna dive
Yes.
in. We're just gonna have a deep conversation on tonight. Wendy, go ahead and lead us into prayer, my dear.
All right. Father, in the name of Jesus, we just thank you and we praise you for this opportunity to
Yeah,
have this platform to speak to your people, God. We
yeah,
ask that things that we talk about, it resonates and take hold in someone's heart, Father God, and that they
yeah.
see themselves in the situations that we talk about. And if they're caught up, that they find a way to get out of it, Father. And we just thank you and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right.
Yes.
So without further ado, we're gonna let Anthony come on in and join us. Okay. Y'all get ready, get ready, get
Yes.
ready, get ready, get
Get ready,
ready.
get ready. Come on,
Hey,
Drum
Anthony.
hey,
roll,
how's it
drum
going?
roll. Drum roll, please.
I love it. I love it.
Welcome, welcome, Anthony. Like I
Welcome,
said,
Anthony.
you're no longer a guest. You are family. You've been on here before, so you know how we roll.
Yes.
But again, we
Yes.
wanted to bring you on to get a male's perspective on the topic that we're going to be discussing on tonight. So go ahead and introduce yourself and who Anthony is. Let people know who you are.
Yes.
All right. I like you said, we're family, so I always love having the opportunity to come on and have our conversations because we always have some amazing conversations. So I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, again, my name is Anthony. I am the founder of Refined Intuitions. I help people in a lot of different areas, but I like to tell people my job is to teach people how all of life, right? Not just your finances together, not just your spiritual life together, not just your family, but it's supposed to be a holistic approach. I don't believe in this or that. I believe in and, right? I want you to have life and I want you to have I'm a firm believer of that. And that's how I live my life, to have a life of and. I'm not just here to have a good financial life, but I want to be a good father too at the same time. I also want to be a good minister at the same time. I also want to be a good
Amen.
friend at the same time, right? So
Amen.
that's
Amen.
a little bit about me. And again, like I said, I appreciate you as always.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So tonight's topic, you all, is called the emotional unavailable men. I know we
Woo.
all have heard this statement, this topic. I know that some of us have dealt with it. I know I've been a victim of it. I'm gonna say victim.
Okay.
Well, I won't say victim. I'm victorious, but I've had to
We've
deal with this
encountered.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to
Yeah.
touch that a little bit. But on tonight, again, we're going to talk about this topic because I think it's a great topic to discuss. Only because
Yes.
it doesn't only affect people that's not in the church world, but it also affects us as well. So,
Yes.
coming from a
Yes.
spiritual standpoint, we want to address that in the church or in ministry per se, because
Yes.
again, we know that church is a hospital, so
Yep.
we know we're
Yes,
going
it
to be
is.
encountering different types of people, different types of individuals that has different type of issues. Not saying that one is better than the other. It is all issues. We be life and
Yes.
sometimes, and so tonight we're going to indulge into this, but also too on April 27th we're gonna have a part two to this. But we're gonna have another guest that's gonna come on and speak on that. But tonight, Anthony, from this topic, and I know you had some time to think about emotional unavailable men from your perspective, from a male perspective, why do you feel that we have so many men that are emotionally detached?
Because it's been normalized. That's how we
Mm,
are supposed to be.
Mhm.
Uh,
mm,
it comes from, you know, great grandfather only working and mom has to be at home,
Mm-hmm.
and his job was just to work, right? So he wasn't thinking about, the emotional aspect of raising children and everything else because we didn't need it. That's not what we needed at the time. At the time, it was just to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Grandfather didn't talk about his pains. He didn't talk about his stress. He
Mm.
just worked and he
That's
worked through it.
good.
Right. So,
Good.
then our grandfather, he had the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. He said, okay, well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Right.
Right.
I'm supposed to just work and regardless of whatever is happening in life, when I come
Mm-hmm.
home, I zip that up and, I just give my family the best of me. And then
Okay.
we moved into today's society to
Mm-hmm.
where it's now more equal in regards to everyone starting to understand, like, no, men have emotions too. But most people, and this is one thing, like I have to kind of correct a couple people on, and people were like, well, you don't have no emotions. No, it's not that we don't have emotions. We have
Okay.
plenty of emotions. We're not taught how to express those emotions.
Okay.
So, a lot of times we don't, with us not knowing how to express the emotion, it's
Mm-hmm.
easier not to. So now you end up with a man who's like, I'd rather not give my emotion than
Okay.
express it because it's easier not to. And then of course there's those men who are like, I'm just not gonna give you my emotion because if I give it to you, then I'm gonna blow up, right? So
Mm. Okay.
it's a mix of things, and sometimes, and this is something I've learned,
Okay.
you have to release those emotions because if not, you're gonna blow
Yeah.
up, and then
Yes.
you end up with in situations where, man, he's crazy. Nah, he just been holding his emotions forever, and then he finally let it get to a head, and he doesn't know. Only thing he knew how to express is anger. So,
Right.
I do find that that's probably one of the biggest reasons. I tell
Okay.
people all the time, things are passed down
Mm-hmm.
from one person to the next person to the next person to the next person to the next person, and a lot of times
Okay.
we don't go back far enough to realize why do we do this. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, from what I've gathered up to this point, that's a big reason.
Mm. That's good. What about you, Wendy? Before we go into a little further.
Can I let me ask you something, Anthony? I was just thinking when you were talking about that, as far as keeping the emotions bottled up.
Mm-hmm.
So, say, do you think too that some men don't tell their emotions because they don't have a safe space with their partner, or because when they do express those emotions, then
Mm-hmm.
it's used against them at some later point? The vulnerability.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
real, and that does happen
Yeah.
a lot more than we like to talk about. Uh,
Right.
Yeah.
but I also tell people still don't be afraid to do it.
Right.
Mm.
And that's one of the things I have to kind of terms on how to do. Uh, because yeah, most people give
Mm-hmm.
their emotions to somebody,
Mhm.
Okay.
and there's times we give it to the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But does that
Mm-hmm.
mean everybody's the wrong person?
Right. That part. That's
Right.
good. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the other side of that, and I would say just that just stems from fear. And like I said, because it's been us, I don't want to be vulnerable, and if I'm vulnerable, then she gonna come to me at a and she gonna say something that like no, you're afraid. It comes
Yeah.
down to.
Yeah.
And last time we all real Christians here that really understand our word, and we understand that we're not given the spirit of fear, so we can't operate in that
Right.
fear. Now, I
Right.
get it if you don't really believe, and that's kind of what you're used to. But if you're a Christian male, you can't be
Mm-hmm.
living in fear. I'm not. This might sound a little harsh, but bro, get over it. Like, get over the fear. Like, you got to get over the fear. Like, there's no way around that,
Right.
right?
Right.
But
Right.
Yeah.
and I was recently listening to a book. It's called The 10X Effect, or no, 10X.
Okay.
Yeah, 10X. Yeah, the 10X Effect by um Grant Cardone. He was saying
Uh-huh.
that the biggest fear only has one food, and that's time.
Mm.
Mm.
So if we strip the time away from the fear, it can't
Mm-hmm.
eat. So we end up starving ourselves.
Oh,
Stop giving
wow.
your fear
Wow.
time. Stop overthinking it. Stop. Okay, well, what if I tell her and she don't take it the right way? Okay, what if she gets mad at me if I express it? Just do it. And if she gets mad, she
Yeah.
gets mad. Upset, they
Yeah.
get upset. It is what it is, right?
Right. Right.
Mhm. That's
I
good.
fear. But
It
also,
is.
what if they don't get upset? What if it
Right.
turns out to be the best thing that could happen to you?
Right.
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 And
So
they being
there's that
understanding
aspect of
and
it too.
listening.
So you can either live in
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Cause
Yeah.
there are a lot of people, both men and women who want to listen to you, that want to hear you out
Right.
and they want to help you. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're going off the last person, then you're hurting yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And something that I was watching a podcast. It was a husband and wife, but they're pastors, based out of Atlanta. They're called their last name was Edwards. So they was actually talking about this topic, but they were saying what Wendy had what touched on about, sometimes men don't feel safe with their partners. But then again, like you were saying, Anthony, that if you are a faith believer, then you know automatically that we should be walking in fear, right? But
Mhm.
oftentimes the men, and because they can have a partner that actually is there to listen to them, that is wanting, like you mentioned, Anthony, wanting them to open up and share what's going on with them, and it's genuinely concerned. But because of your past, if you've been cheated on,
Mhm.
if women just use you for material things because they know that you're gonna buy their love, so now they're guarded. And so when they do have a genuine person that
Yeah.
comes into their lives, now they're shutting down. Well, I'm not talking, I'm not saying anything. But if you have a spouse that is keen and has discernment and knows, okay, something's not right here, he's kind of off, and you
Mhm.
go and you try to
Yeah.
address it. Hey, babe, what's going on? I see you kind of, off a little bit. You want to talk about it? And then they just sit there, just won't say nothing. Just, I don't want to talk about it,
Like
or
you
I'm
pulling
okay, I'm
teeth.
good. But deep down, you're not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
And
happens a lot. Big time. It happens a whole lot. Yeah.
yeah.
There's something wrong with
And
you.
I
It's
think
okay to say
too,
there's something wrong with you.
It
and I think
is.
sometimes too that, you have some people that aren't emotionally intelligent. So when
That right there. That right
people
there.
that do people that do express themselves and show you vulnerability, and then
Mhm.
at a later date, you make fun of it, or you bring it up in
Mhm.
front of somebody,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
you just crush the whole uh thing of them speaking to you when they
Right.
told you something in confidence,
Right.
thinking that you're my person, you're my safe space. You say you want me to talk, I'm talking
Mhm,
to you, but
mhm.
then you bring it up in an argument, or you bring it up around your friends, your
Right.
girlfriends, you tell him all his business. And so when
Right.
he comes in the room and everybody, the girls end up saying something,
Right,
Yeah.
right. You said
he
that
told
one.
you in
Yeah.
confidence, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's not cool. So it's like you kind of have to, as you're building that relationship with that person, you're
Mhm.
building that emotional intelligence with that person as well, so
Right.
that they know, okay, we have a safe space to speak, and know
Mhm.
that it's not going to go no further, or if it does go any further, it means that person is praying to God for you about it. They not
Right.
telling other
Yes.
people about it.
To the other
You know what I'm
people.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that is a lot of reasons why men don't say certain things, because they've been in that position before,
Right.
and they've been burnt. So why am I gonna sit up here and spill out my feelings, and then hear
Mhm.
you go running your mouth telling, Sally and Deborah and them all about my business. Telling them all about my business, and then they sitting up snickering and laughing at me,
Right,
because
right.
they don't have the emotional intelligence. So it's just
Yeah.
like that's just like too on a side of a woman, being able to speak to her man about certain things that she's
Right,
been through. You know
right,
what I'm
right, right.
saying? Sometimes, if you had a traumatic event happen in your life previous to this person, and
Mm-hmm.
you're acting a certain way, and he's asking, why you acting this way, because certain things trigger that
Mm-hmm.
trauma. And then when
Mm-hmm.
you finally, let out that trauma that happened to you, maybe he's not receptive to it. Maybe he's not, caring enough to understand what you've been through. And then he
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of like hold that against you. You know what I'm saying? I,
Right.
well, maybe not hold it against you, but make you feel like something wrong with you because you went through that. And so
Yeah.
now here
Mm.
she is. She's built up this wall that's getting even
Mm-hmm.
bigger because
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there's no safe spaces. So it's
Right.
the emotional intelligence that goes along with it, that I think.
Yeah. You know what I'm noticing though too now, and I'm noticing is a lot of men, older men,
Mhm.
that are pretty much detached. Um, and I say that
Yeah.
because in interacting with them, they don't know how to, like Wendy was saying, emotional intelligence. Some of them lack that in that area. Not to make fun, not making fun of them, but I'm just saying it's more of a, I'll say, an epidemic now. Because you have
Mhm.
these men,
Yeah, that's real.
and right, yeah, and like when they, grow up, like you mentioned, like when they grow up, they're told to suppress their feelings, right? So they
Yeah.
tell,
Mhm.
and if they cry, don't you cry, boys don't cry,
Yeah.
suck it up,
Mhm.
suck it up.
They don't
So
show emotion.
right. And so as parents, we're not realizing that we're teaching our boys how to be emotionally detached. Because they were shown not to be or show their emotions, because if they show their emotions, then now they're considered weak. If they show their emotions,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
only for girls to cry and not for guys to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
And you
Very
know
true.
what?
It's
I
funny.
thank
So
God. Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay, well, Anthony.
I was just gonna say, it's funny because I just recently saw this reel on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, and it was so the guy he's talking, he's like, yeah, he goes, it's funny because I was just having a conversation. He said with my baby mama, and she was like, baby daddy, a lot of my friends think you gay,
Oh.
and he was like, they think I'm gay. What? So she's explained to him like all the little things that why his friends, some of her friends think he's gay. And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
and then it dawned on me. I realized it's not that y'all don't realize I actually grew up with a father, a father, a
Mm.
father who didn't mind giving me a kiss, who gave me a hug, who
Okay.
let me
Right.
know, hey, no, hey, it's okay to cry. All right, well, let's
Right.
let's get up, let's suck it up, let's get going. All right, you better
Right.
now? Okay, now let's keep playing. He goes, and
That's
that's what I do to my kids, and I'm around other men who grew up the
mm-hmm.
same way, so they do the same thing to their kids.
Right.
And
Okay.
it made me realize that's one of the things that's missing to a lot of, especially like our older generation men who
Mm-hmm.
they had to figure it out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, right? A lot of them have to kind of figure out, okay, well, in the world that I'm living in, I really can't be too soft right now. This is what I need. And
Right.
then now that moves over to the next generation. So we,
Mm.
we have this even like a false sense of what it means to even be a masculine man. We think it means to be detached, not
Mm.
knowing affection is real. Like
Yeah.
you gotta give your boys affection too. Your boys should
Right.
know it's
Yeah.
okay to let me hug you. It's okay. That's okay. It's okay for me to
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
give you a kiss on the forehead. You're my son,
That's
right?
good.
Yes.
So
That's good.
like just those little things too. And like you said, like you're saying, you're seeing it a lot in the older generation. A lot of the older
Mm-hmm.
generation didn't have that. Like the
Right.
way I am with my boys,
Uh-huh.
I still hug my boys. My oldest is 17 years old. I still give him a
Okay.
kiss on the forehead.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay.
like he,
Mhm.
for him, it's normal. It's okay, cool. That's my dad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it doesn't change how he is or how he's able to operate. This boy is almost straight A student in not magna, but like AP classes. boy's
Okay.
smart. This boy's into athletics, all kinds of stuff. And
Good.
he just understands, okay, well, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen. But for a lot of
Mhm.
kids, especially males that didn't grow up with that, for
Mm-hmm.
them, that's weird. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Mhm.
And then now we have this thing where everything is gay, right? But men can't do nothing right.
Yeah.
Like, like,
Mhm.
you gay, you can do this. You're like, bro, like, it's not that serious.
Right.
So a lot of that also comes from that. There's the labeling, there's the unnecessary titles of what a man really should be. But then
Mhm.
when you're mad that this kind of happens, and this is more like especially like my generation and younger,
Okay.
you say you want this type of man, you say you want a gentleman, but everything that a gentleman does is wrong. So he opens your door, he's corny. He gives you flowers, that's corny. He does this, that's corny. But you're like, so what is it? Make up your mind. So a lot of that does come from just having false expectations from what just us things that we were missing growing up, or our parents were missing, right? Or our
Yeah.
grandparents were missing growing up. And then now
Right.
that trickled down, like I said, from generation to generation.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about now you said something right there. Um as far as women, saying that they want a good man, right? And 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 to some women because they haven't seen anybody open the door for
Right.
their mother
They
or
never
grandmother.
had it
They haven't
before.
seen it, right? So when they get it,
Hmm.
it's a culture shock because, ooh, what is he doing?
Yes.
I never had that
Mhm.
before. That's kind of weird. Or on the other side of that, I've seen women who actually got upset because a man opened a door for them. Don't open a door. I can open my own door.
Trying to do that independent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. Like he
Right.
could
I
open up
mean,
the door, let him open up the door. Like allow
Yeah.
yourself to be in your soft girl era. Allow yourself to be romance because there's no romance no more. It's always you gotta do
mm-mm.
this for me and do that for me in order for you to show that you care about me. I just seen something on Instagram today, and it
Uh-huh.
had this guy on his first date. The girl texts him and say she's on her way, and so
Okay.
he decides he orders all of this stuff,
Uh-huh.
orders her, a bunch. He ordered a bunch of food, drinks,
Oh,
and stuff that he thinks she would like, and all
yeah.
of this, and the girl never showed up.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, that's something that he shouldn't have, the expectations of a first date is just gone out the window, to
Yeah.
Girl, I would
what
have
I'm
loved
thinking.
that. I would have loved it.
Right. But on a first date, I feel like you shouldn't do all of that because you're doing too much for a person that you really don't know and that hasn't earned that type of treatment. You know what I'm saying?
But you,
Because
Yes. Because we,
but
we
I,
missed the
I,
point of
I
the first.
understand what you're talking about, Tina, but on the
yeah,
flip side, I feel like a lot of men would be, not so hurt if they
yeah,
didn't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Without
Yes.
first
I agree.
finding out if this is your person. You just
right,
meeting this person. You don't know who she is and what she about and what her, how you know what she like. You just met her. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You
Say
haven't
that
built that
again.
and she hasn't earned that. I
right,
understand the
Hmm.
gesture, which
right.
is okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it's too much for a person that you don't know. Your
And
first date should
Exactly.
be something very simple. You
simple,
can go out for
right.
coffee. You can go,
A
something that
picnic in
you're
picnic
not
in the
putting,
park.
yeah, something that's not so over the top.
Yeah,
Because when you think about it, when you go over the top, what are you setting the mindset of this woman?
they gonna use you.
Exactly.
You going over the top. Now
Yeah,
she gonna
Say that
expect
again.
that every single time.
she gonna use you
Every
for.
Yep.
single time. I feel like it's
Yeah.
something that should be built up, you know what I'm saying, on
Right.
on different levels as you have engaged with this person, as you have getting to knowing this person. I remember
Yeah.
this I used to work at the Longhorn And this guy would come in and he's like, I want you to come and eat lunch with me. And I'm like, I can't because, I'm working in the Players Club thing and he going to
Mhm.
the restaurant. And so then few more times he came in, he would come in every Sunday and
Mhm.
come to find out he was a deacon at a church, right? And so
Mhm.
then one time he came in and he, told me he wanted to take me out to dinner. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So we exchanged numbers and stuff. So he sent me the place where he wanted to take me. To me, it was over the top. And I told him that I can't do that because I don't want to feel obligated. You know
Right,
what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
Because you doing this big gesture and you're expecting something from me because you did this big gesture. I'm like,
Yeah.
find somewhere different. So
Right,
then
right,
the
right.
second place he sent me, same thing. And I'm like, no, sir, I'm cool with Denny's, with IHOP. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Something build up to that. Don't come out the box, you know, uh, spending all of this money and we may not even like each other,
Very
Yeah.
true.
just getting to
Yeah.
know
Very,
each
very
other,
true.
And I feel like the expectations of women nowadays, oh, you gotta give me a Gucci bag or all of this stuff, and he doesn't even know you. You haven't built up to any of that. And the
But you know
culture,
what? On
oh,
that note,
you gotta get my hair done and my nails done for me to go out with him. How was you gonna do that without him?
but let me tell you this though. On that note, on the women's defense, we do have men out there
Ooh.
that will fall for that okey doke stuff because they're
Yes.
trying
Yeah.
because they're trying to buy their
Yeah.
attention. They're
Yeah.
trying to buy their
They're
time.
definitely, they're
But then
definitely
when you
trying to
don't get it,
impress.
now you're
Yes.
angry. Now you're
Huh?
angry because I said, now that when you did all of that and then she ghosts you or she don't want to have nothing to do with you, now you making all these Facebook posts about her and stuff because you mad. You know what I'm saying? You mad because
How you making all these Facebook posts?
you mad because she didn't play into your game, which you shouldn't have been playing that game in the first place. If we get back in the day where dating was really dating, it wasn't some keep trying to keep up with stuff on Instagram. That's what the
Keep up with
problem
the
Yeah.
is.
Joneses.
People be on you and they don't even realize that stuff ain't real.
Yeah.
No.
That stuff ain't
But
real. Somebody done
I
went
agree.
somewhere and took a picture in front of somebody's car
you so
that ain't
funny.
even there. They done went to a setup that wasn't theirs and took a picture of it and posted it and make you think, oh, I'm getting all of this lavish stuff. And so now you got these young girls thinking that this is the norm, and that's not the norm. The norm
Nope.
is when you go out on a date, is for you
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
get to know each other and
Right.
Yes.
you keep being a relaxed atmosphere where you speaking and you talking and you getting to know if you align together, if you're evenly yoked or not, so that way
Hmm.
you don't
Agreed.
waste each other's time and money.
Agreed.
Or if you expecting these grand gestures, have your own money and go Dutch.
That part. But even
Yes.
when they're in
Yeah.
the dating process, in the dating process, and how can I say this without sounding mean? But even in the dating process,
Say it.
because I done been through it, and it's like it's frustrating to
Okay.
me. It's frustrating
It
because
is.
you go through the dating process and you whine and you dine and you say the good things and you're showing that you're available for them, and
Yeah.
then once you feel that you have that person, that you have them in the bag, now you feel that you can do what you want to do. So now the real representative is going to come up. Now you're going to see
Yeah,
who
the
the real
representative.
is.
You was on the date with the representative.
Right. So that
Hmm.
mask is going to fall off now, right? So
Yeah.
now you're going to see different signs. So now let's talk about signs. We're going to see the different signs in an emotional unavailable man. We're going to see the different signs. And oftentimes in relationships, I know we all can attest to this, that sometimes we did not pay attention to those red signs. the red flags. We didn't pay attention. Why? Because with women, I know, and I can speak up on my behalf. I always
Mhm.
thought if I loved him hard enough, I can change him. If I show him that I'm down with him, he will be changed. If you know what I'm saying, if I give him,
Oh,
he's been lacking in other areas for other women, right?
yes,
That he will change. But all that does not work, as we know.
It don't.
So it's a
very
waste of
true.
It
time, waste of
don't.
breath, waste of energy, everything, right?
Girl,
Yeah.
So let's talk
wasting
about
the
some
whole
signs to
time.
see. And Anthony, I want you to start this off. Let's talk about some signs that you'll see in emotional unavailable men. What are some signs that you can share with the women viewers on tonight to pay attention to with these emotional unavailable men?
So I'm going to start with this. And I say the reason why we end up in these situations is because we don't listen. And
That
that's
there
Mm,
both
you go.
men and women, right?
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So, cause so this past Saturday, I was at my office, I was training and I told the story about this young lady I dated maybe like sometime like 10, 12 years ago, something like that.
okay,
And where most guys would have did everything that they could to try to wine and dine her and have all the, like, let me just show you how good. I'm like, no, I'm going to take the time to listen to you.
okay.
Just by listening, she told me she was a built. She told me she liked to live above her means. She
Oh,
told me that she wanted someone to wine and dine, but she really wasn't, too interested in doing the legwork herself to make everything
Mhm.
good too.
oh, wow.
But if I didn't take the time to listen to her,
You'd
I
have
wouldn't have
been,
figured none of that out. I would have
come
been
on.
trying to do like you said, like
Yeah.
I'm doing all this, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Take the time to listen, right? And I feel
That is
like
good.
you said, because we're so trying to, okay, well, maybe I can help that person become better. Because now only reason why we feel that way is because our emotions are attached now. Where we're
Yes.
now officially emotionally invested into this person because we've
Right.
been on a few dates. We're like, I like the representative, but
Yes.
what people don't realize is the emotional unavailability is going to keep his head even when the representative is there. All you have to do is
Yeah.
pay attention. They'll
Come
tell
Yeah.
on.
you that they
Come
run away
on.
from
They tell
conflict.
you
They'll tell
everything.
you they shut
Mhm.
down. They'll tell you
Mm,
everything that you
Mhm.
need to know.
Yep.
It's
mm,
all about two things. Number one, asking the right questions. So I always
yeah.
tell, and
Mhm.
this is like what I tell people, my job as a father, especially to my daughter, is to
Okay.
teach her how to be a good woman for a man, but also
Okay.
how to keep a good man, right?
Okay.
But
Mhm.
if I
Mm-hmm.
don't teach her what to look for in a good man,
Mm-hmm.
she's not gonna know what to look for, right?
No.
And but if I don't also teach her what to do to keep him, she's gonna think his job is to wine and dine her and chase after her instead of build something.
Right.
So
Mhm.
Right.
I always say, and even when other young ladies that I teach at the church, you need to find out what are his goals? Where does he want to
Come
go?
on. Come
You
on.
know,
Come
Oh,
on.
what kind of life
Yes.
does he want? Where is he at this
Yes.
time?
no.
Yes.
Is he in his word? Is he actually
Yeah.
like
Yes.
when I was dating, like
Mm-hmm.
really looking for dating and trying to find somebody?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do you go to church? Yeah, I go to church. What church do you go to? Oh, I go to this online church. No, yeah, no, out the way. If you ain't in the
He said,
physical
no,
No,
building,
for real.
no, no, no.
you're not physically in the building. Like, I need to know you're looking to work in ministry, right? And that's important to me, right? So
Yes.
having an
Yes.
Yeah.
understanding of what do you want? That's number one. As
Yes.
a woman, what do you want? Be clear on what do you want? Because
Yep.
Mm.
that 90% of men are going to disqualify themselves just off that
Yeah.
alone.
That is
And
good.
so
That
you'll
is so
know.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
one of the signs as someone who's emotionally unavailable is,
Mm-hmm.
do they run away from conflict easily?
Come
So you want to
on.
ask
Mhm.
questions that deal with, hey, if something happens and then you are having an argument, what is your first thought? And listen, don't talk,
Yeah. Won't talk.
Yep.
Yes.
don't talk,
Yes. Yes.
just
Yes.
listen.
Yep.
Give them an
Okay.
opportunity to actually answer your question. Tell you,
I like
oh,
that.
well, because it's hard for the representative to come up with this one if they never actually been through some stuff. They'll tell you, oh no, I believe in sitting down, having a conversation with you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll be like, well, that sounds, why would we have issue? Like, I can't stand a man that'd be like, girl, what you over there crying for? Man, if you were with me, you would never cry. You lying, get out of my face. Like, we gonna have arguments.
Okay.
That's normal.
Okay, so we have a
So,
question. So we have a question. So well, actually a statement rather from Holly. Hey
Yeah.
Holly, she said, I
Hi,
agree. You want to
Holly.
have a relationship with God and go to his temple, keep it pushing. I know that's
Come
right.
on. For real.
it's like, what are we going to talk about? I want to talk about
I know
Jesus.
that's right.
If you ain't trying to talk about Jesus, then come on now. What we going to do?
But you made something, you made a very important Holly said hello everybody. Um
Hi.
Hey, hey.
Hi,
you made
Holly.
a very important statement when you said ask questions and not only that listen because
Yep.
oftentimes we get in these relationships we want to
Yep.
talk trying to impress versus sitting back and let him talk and let him show
Hmm.
and
Yep.
tell who he truly is because it'll save us
Yep.
a lot of
Yes.
headaches and I'm guilty in the dating stage I'll be not trying to impress but trying to just have engaging conversation trying to have
Mhm.
adult conversations but not
Right.
realizing that in the midst of the conversations I'm missing out on key words or key statements that this man is
Yep.
saying, and so because I'm talking jabberjaws, I'm talking, so now
Yeah.
I'm missing all the key elements that he's going to be saying because, like you said, Anthony, he's going to tell on himself eventually if we just sit back and listen.
Yep.
He's going to say he's going to tell it all.
Yep.
Yes.
And
That's the
then
So that's
key.
another thing
very
too, another thing too is
important.
we talk too much as far as giving a blueprint on what we want.
That's another
When
thing.
that
That's
man
it.
asks you, "Oh, what you looking for in a man?" Oh, I know when I see it. Because once
And that's
you
good.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'll know
Right.
when I see it. Because once you get to tell him what it is you looking for, he's gonna try to form himself into that
No.
so
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yeah.
you know, but he can't keep it up for too long.
No, he gonna get
But he
tired.
gonna keep
Get
it
tired.
long enough so that he catch you. You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
get
And
caught
he
up,
reel you
and then the
in.
real person come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Exactly.
So
yes.
when you're meeting someone and they get to keep asking you, or what kind of man are you looking for?
Mm,
What do you look for in a man, and all of this
right.
stuff, them type of questions, I immediately say, I know it when I see it. And
Yes,
God know
yes.
what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because if we give them the blueprint on how to act and how to be, then that's
Mhm.
what he's gonna try to conform himself to do in order to get you. And then you
Yeah.
gotta sit back and you gotta ask questions that involve him to think, not
Yes.
just
Mhm.
surface
So
Mhm.
questions.
Mhm.
my favorite answer to that, and this is what I tell women to say when a man's like, well,
Okay.
what kind of man are you looking for? A man of God. Because you can fake
Okay.
going to church.
Right,
You can
Yeah.
fake
right,
being a
right,
Christian,
right,
but
Yeah.
you
right,
can't
right.
fake being a man of God. Because even by
Come
you trying
on
to
now.
fake being a man of God, you end up becoming a man of God.
Come
How?
That's
on now.
it. That's it. Yeah,
Because it
how's it?
requires
That's
you to
where
do your
that's
research on
very
what that even
real.
looks like. So now you're like, okay, well, that means I got to do this. I got to be obedient here. I got to be obedient here. I got to be obedient here. By you
Yes,
doing those
yes.
things, you end up becoming a man of God. So it becomes hard. You can't, that's the one thing you cannot fake.
You
You
can't
can, like
fake
I
it.
said, you
That's
can fake
it.
going to church. You can go
Yeah.
to church.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I'm going to dance and shake. You can do that all day, every day, and nothing
Right.
changes with yourself. But the
That's
moment
good.
someone
That's
starts to
good.
dive deep, we all
Yeah,
know the
that's
word
good,
changes you.
Holly.
The
Yes.
Discernment.
word
That's good,
changes you.
Holly.
You have no choice. Like there's something in you. You start like I was having a conversation with a young lady, and she was like, I started reading my Bible more, and I started getting convicted. That's what
Yes,
it
you
Yeah,
will.
does.
Yeah, you
yeah,
will.
You literally start changing.
Absolutely.
You have no
Yes.
choice to. Like it. I don't know what it
yeah,
is. The spirit of God
Yeah.
just be moving in the
He
word
gonna
for real,
clean you
for
from
real.
the, he gonna
yeah.
clean you up from the inside out. So here's another one, and it
Right.
100%.
might
It's gonna make him move around.
oh, absolutely, because he can, you know what? One thing I do know for sure, even if he's faking and had faked it, and because he cannot stay under anointing too long, he
Yep,
gonna
he gonna
begin to
move
move.
around.
He gonna shift somewhere
Yep,
else. Like you said, he's not gonna be
yep,
Yep.
able to stay under that because now he can't stay still and everything,
yep.
everything you say is gonna start to hit him, hit him one way. I mean, but it's good that even though sometimes, and we're, and I'm not gonna. I know a lot of people say that we're human, but I know that sometimes we do miss it. We miss the mark.
Yeah.
But because
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
serve a merciful and mighty God, that he sent the Holy Spirit to lead, to comfort, and to guide us. But in
Yes.
the midst of that, even in our blindsidedness, because we want what we want sometimes, that what we see. So
Mm-hmm.
the Lord will begin, and if that person does not align with what God has for you, and because we can't see past the house in front of us or the car in front of us, we can't see that far, right? But because
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
God can see all the way from here to wherever, he can see. So
Yes.
sometimes when we can't see, he will step in and he'll begin to move that person from us. He'll begin
Yeah.
to
Yes.
readjust or realign you and get you back into where you're supposed to be, because
Mm-hmm.
now you're connected to somebody that has no business being connected to you. You're connected
Right.
to somebody that is not supposed to go with you where God is taking you, and it can be a distraction. That person can be sent to be a
Yeah.
distraction to you, to get you offline.
Yes.
But because
Yeah.
we serve a
Very true.
merciful God, he will begin to move. He begin to shave off.
Yeah.
You seen them meats where he begin to shave, or even the
Say
shave
about
ice.
yeah.
Yeah, so he'll begin to shave and he'll begin to
Yes.
block, and then that person, like we mentioned earlier, can no longer stay in that. He gonna have to move.
Right.
You thought
Mm-hmm.
last week was
Exactly.
good for y'all, and now this is a new week. How did that change from last week to this week? Why? Because
Right.
God sees
Exactly.
this person does not
Okay.
align with what he has for you, even though it may hurt us. It'll hurt us
Yeah.
right now, but down the long run, he done saved us from a mess that we couldn't even see.
Man. Come on now.
Oh yes.
And
You
then
know,
we
and
have to
I think that's
slow
why I like this
down
comment
too.
that Holly made.
Yep, that discernment.
Discernment,
Yep.
discernment. Yep,
Hmm.
yep.
And then
That
you got to
discernment.
slow down too when you're talking and when you're
Hmm.
dating. You got to slow down when they trying to
Yeah.
speed things up with you and love bombing and all that. You got to like hold
Right.
on, Jack. Hold
Right.
on, Jack. With because there's a reason why
Absolutely.
they doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you got
Yep.
to slow
Right.
them
Yep.
down. You got to be like, hold on,
He
pump them
trying to he
brakes.
trying to get that he trying to get that okie
Yeah,
doke
you know what I'm
for you.
saying? And it's like, no, 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 no. And then
Yeah.
sometimes, we get suckered into doing things and it be subtle too.
Mm.
I was thinking about this. We
Mm-hmm.
get suckered into
You
things,
do so.
we're doing wifely things subtly, right?
Uh-huh. Come
Yeah.
on.
So look, it may start off, hey, what you cook? You know what I'm saying? And then here you are, you making meals. And
Yes,
then
no.
That's real.
you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yes,
Without
no.
you doing wife stuff without even a title. You ain't even got to the point of girlfriend, but you up here making meals and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
You spending your money buying groceries to
Yes,
feed this
yes,
person. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Then
very
you
true.
get to the point where you may be he may say to you like, hey, you know, um you may end up washing his clothes one day or something.
Oh no, ma'am.
Like, hey, can you help me? But I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's
I know,
little
I
subtle
know.
things that women think that, because he just asked me to do this, little thing. Or it might even be, hey, I don't have a babysitter for my kid. Can you, babysit my kid while I go to work?
Mm-mm.
Little subtle things. And then here you are, you off into a full-fledged, not relationship,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
even not even a situationship. You
Right.
are doing for this person and you
Yeah.
ain't got no titles, no nothing. Not even to say titles, but you have no clear understanding
What it
what you
is.
are
Clarity.
with this
Yep.
person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes.
And it starts off real
Yes.
subtle. You could be baking a cake or something for them, and it be little things.
Right.
And you don't know that he done he done subtly got you off into this wave of doing things, and then here you are, oh, I'm doing this for him, this my man. That ain't your man. Y'all didn't agree to nothing. Y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? But you
Right.
thinking because you're doing these woman things for this man, then now all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden you're in something and you
Right.
not.
Hmm.
Right.
You
And
Yep.
got to
Holly,
look
But
at
Holly,
you haven't got the most important thing from him, which
look.
is
Holly said,
his
"Eat the
buy-in and
bell
his
pepper."
emotion.
Come on, girl.
and then
And
she said,
the
you must
interesting
know,
part
you must
about that
know it
is
fast.
on both sides, both the
Look,
men and the women,
I
we
don't
both
know
do the
your
same thing.
past, girl. I'm just saying.
What
Oh,
you
that's
say,
funny. I
Anthony?
love
What
it.
you
Right.
say?
Now, I was just saying that on both sides, we do the
Okay.
same things, right?
Yes.
But
You know
on
what
the
I'm
men's
saying?
side, it's
Like he
different,
may go
right?
wash her car or go get her an
Yep.
oil change
You
or
watch.
something.
I'm
You know
going
what I'm
oil
saying?
change, or you're a little short on rent. Okay, I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. But
Come on.
we haven't got the most important thing, which is a commitment. Neither
Right.
Mhm.
side have committed.
Yep.
We're just
Right,
out here
Yep.
right.
doing stuff because, like
Yep.
you said earlier, Tina, you're like, everyone's trying to impress the other person,
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
and we haven't even created a baseline. We don't even know. I'm
No.
assuming I like you because you look good or you smell
Yep.
good
Yeah.
or because
You just
you
holding
drive
a
a nice
place.
car or you cook good. I'm assuming I like you. I'm assuming I'm going to like your attitude moving forward. Like
Right,
I'm
right,
assuming these
Yep.
things. We haven't actually had a real conversation. I don't
right.
know what you really want in life. I don't know
Yep.
what drives you. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, anything about you. All I know
That's good.
is you show is pretty.
Mhm.
Honey, they
That's
can be
all we
pretty
know.
on the
And
outside,
we
but
end up
ugly on the inside.
Okay.
and we
Right.
end up in the situations where we're dealing with emotionally detached people. And then
Yes.
Yeah.
we wonder how so many people end up with narcissistic people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And
good. That's good.
They
something that I
subtly
heard
push you
in
into
a
stuff.
exactly. And like, and actually something you said earlier, Wendy, you said people try to love bomb you. And the purpose of that
Mm-hmm.
is to rush you into a decision.
Yep.
The
Yes.
only
Mhm.
time we
Yes.
really make the biggest mistakes we make in our life come from when we're rushing.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So if
agree.
I
Absolutely.
can keep you from thinking clearly, no clarity,
Yep.
and I can kind of just
Yeah.
get you to just make a decision on something that is going to benefit me, you're going to overlook the fact that I just switched up on you about a week ago
Come
Yep.
because I'm
on.
doing all
Come
this other
on.
stuff to distract you from the real
Yes.
issue, which is I'm really not here for you. I'm here for what I can get out of you.
The
Yep.
benefits. The
And
benefits,
and
baby.
and the main reason I'm married, and you sitting up here doing all this stuff, I done got you to do all this stuff right quick. He got a
Yeah.
quick lick, and then he
Mm-hmm.
gone. You know what I'm saying? And then here you are in your feelings because, like, man, he no, ma'am, you should have
If
slowed
you were
down. Pump
listening,
your brakes. Pump your
Yeah.
brakes,
if
and
you were
then you didn't
listening,
even ask him.
If you're listening,
You
that's
didn't even
good.
ask him if he was married. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
No,
times women don't ask the right
no,
questions.
the funny
And
part about
then,
it is, Wendy, people know that he would tell you, yeah, baby, I'm married. I'm not going nowhere. I'm
yes,
not leaving my wife for nothing, but this could be fun time.
yes,
I can change him.
yeah,
yep.
and they do
And
have
I
that
can take
mindset. They
him
say,
from
yeah,
her. You know what I'm saying? But
mm-mm.
sometimes it's not like that. They
No,
be
ma'am,
married and the woman ain't asking not now question. And
and
then
that's good.
she ain't paying attention to the signs like he only talked to me during the day.
Or in the
Mhm.
He don't
bathroom,
talk to me. He don't talk to me on the
outside,
weekends.
right,
He don't talk to me on the holidays. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's only
yes,
specific times that he
yes,
talks to you, and then you just you say, "Oh, he at work or he this, he that."
making
No, he
Mhm.
at
excuses.
home with his family.
Right, making excuses. But you guys said
Yeah.
something that's very important though, as women that we need to pay attention to or take heed to, you know, ask questions. Ask those
Yeah.
deep
Exactly.
conversations, have deep conversations. And if he hides from the deep conversation, then or he shuts down, then that man right there is unemotionally detached.
Mhm.
Not only that,
Yep.
he's inconsistent. So many
Yeah.
inconsistencies. Don't keep his word. Oh, baby, I got you. I can't stand that term. Baby, I got
Man,
you. Don't tell me I got you, and I know you ain't got
just
me.
do
I
it.
cannot. Ooh,
You
that's a
know,
pet peeve of mine.
your
But
actions speak louder than words.
absolutely,
Yes, it will.
absolutely. But
Yes, it
they'll
will.
do that, or they disappear in conflict. They don't want to deal with the conflict, or like you said
Mhm.
earlier, we have the emotional walls that's up. So these are
Yeah.
signs or red flags that we need to pay attention to. And I'm speaking to myself too. I'm guilty. I'm speaking to myself.
Okay,
Um,
we all guilty because we learn it. We in this thing called life, we learn
yeah,
at every single stage of our lives
Hmm.
yes,
during our
yeah,
teens, during our preteens, during
yeah.
our early adulthood, middle
Doghood,
adulthood,
late
old
doghood.
adulthood. You learn it along the way, but
Yeah,
as you're going through those different stages, learn through those stages. Don't keep making the
yes,
same
Yes.
mistake. You know
that's
what I'm
it.
That's
saying?
the key right there.
Learn from them,
That's
and
true.
then you go a different way because, life is too short. And don't be afraid to ask them difficult questions.
Right. And
If
if
Yeah.
they
he get
run from the
mad and
questions, then that
defensive,
means they were never there, supposed to be there in the first place. If they
if he
run,
get
100%.
mad, right, if he get mad and defensive because you're asking these difficult questions, so be it. Because
right.
I've been where I've asked them straight up, have you ever been with a man?
Oh,
Oh, why would you ask me that? Because I want to know.
Yeah.
look at
Because
Anthony.
I don't
Look
want
No, not
later
never.
you sitting up here telling me reason why I ain't tell you
at
because you
You
didn't
gotta
ask.
know, right? That's
I'm
real.
Holly
asking.
said,
You
Holly
know
said,
what I'm
yes,
saying?
Andy, and we think it'll never happen to us, and we all fall right into the same traps,
Yeah,
and that's what we
we
do.
do.
Yes.
We do. Because
Yes.
they be
Yes.
subtle. They be real subtle. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
Yeah,
we not
Yes.
really paying attention because they real subtle and we not giving that subtlety the attention that it needs. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Yes.
Like,
right.
I
why
would say
she
the biggest
asking?
thing that we need to figure out, and we got to figure this out early. This is
Mm,
both men
Man,
and women. We got
okay.
to
yeah,
figure out, are you still healing? Because if
yes,
I'm your
Come
first good
on, come
person,
on. Yes,
or if you just came out of a really bad situation, I don't
yes.
care how
indeed.
good you are. I don't
Come
care
on.
how amazing you think you are. I don't know how good our conversation is. None of that
Yes,
matters because you still have pain, trauma that you
Yep,
need to deal with. If not,
yes,
yep,
we're going to end up falling into the same issues that you dealt with before.
yep,
And then you're going to
yes,
wonder one. No, heal. And that's on both sides. Heal. If you just came out of
yep,
something, heal. If
yeah,
you're
yeah,
realizing, okay, this person is still dealing with some trauma, let that
yeah,
person heal.
yes,
yeah,
And
yes,
like I said, ask those questions
yes,
yeah.
because
You
a
got
lot of times we
to.
don't want to ask somebody what happened to your last relationship? Everyone's, oh, that
Right.
person was cheating or da da da. Okay, well, what happened? What was the situation? Like, let's dive
yeah,
deeper into that
Mhm.
because I want to know,
Yeah,
did you heal from that position or do
yep,
you just try to sweep it under the rug and say, I'll just
that's
find somebody new? No, 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 no.
good.
Because
That's
everything happens for a reason.
yeah,
So
yep,
we got to
yeah,
find out what that underlying reason is and then we can
yeah,
grow from it. Like you said, if we're not growing, we're just going through life, dealing with situation after
yep.
situation after situation.
Same
But if
stuff.
there's no
yeah,
growth, then nothing
yeah.
changes.
That's it. That's
Mhm.
it. That's it.
And with
And
growth,
that's very good, Anthony, because and I'm being transparent, but that is true because back in the day, I would never allow myself to heal in the relationships that were in the
mhm,
toxic relationship because I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And what ended up
mhm.
happening because I didn't heal from, I'm just throwing names out from Jack. So now I left Jack. And so back in the day, we used to hear that statement to get over somebody is to get under somebody. And
Yep.
so
Yeah.
that's what I
That's
did. So
true.
I always had an ace in my pocket. Okay, so Jack, bye-bye. So now I'm dealing with Paul. So now I got Paul over here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so because
Yeah.
I didn't properly hear from Jack, now I'm bringing those same baggages into my relationship with Paul. And so now when
Mhm.
Paul does something that mimics what Jack used to do to
It
me, so now
triggers
it's
you.
becoming
Yep.
a trigger. And so now I'm freaking out. I'm going
Yes.
all over the place because I didn't allow myself time to heal, or I didn't even seek healing. Why? Because I had to be strong, I said to myself. And these are things that I really
Mhm.
said to myself. I had to be strong. I was raised by strong women, so I can't show any kind of weakness, no signs of weakness. So I have to sweep it under the rug. And so what I did was I began to sweep all the trauma that I had in the different relationships under the rug. And because I
Yeah.
didn't heal from those relationships, now I'm walking around like a ticking bomb, right? A volcano. And so, and especially if
Mhm.
we're single mothers and we're mothers and we're raising our kids, what we don't
Hmm.
realize is that we're bleeding now on our children because we didn't
Yes.
allow ourselves to heal. And then we just put a temporary band-aid on it, not realizing, when we wet the band-aid, what happens? It eventually falls off. And so
Yeah.
that's what my lifestyle was back in the day, because I wanted somebody. I knew I was a wife. I knew I am a wife. And because I didn't heal and I still had that residue on the inside of me and that pain on the inside of me, that I took it to the next relationship. Like Erica Badu used to sing Bag Lady. So I was
Yep.
that bag lady. So I was taking those bags to relationships,
Yeah.
not allowing myself
Everywhere.
to heal. So when you're speaking
That's
about
real.
healing, it's the truth, because you have to take time
Yep.
to heal. You have to be self-reflect. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, so what was my part in this? Okay.
Yes.
What did I do? If I did anything to make this person do, we can't blame ourselves,
Mhm.
which we do sometimes as women, blame ourselves because things happen a certain way in a relationship. And I'm not gonna say that, because I can say men probably do it as the same way. What did I do? Why did this person act this way? Could I have done something differently? If I would have done this, that would have changed the outcome. But and so that's why it's very, very, very important that we do take the time to heal, self journal,
Yes.
take,
Yep.
Yes.
it's okay to get therapy, to seek therapy,
Yeah.
to find out why, and get to the root to as to why I keep choosing these unavailable men, because there is a reason as
Mhm.
to why we keep choosing these emotional
Mhm.
unavailable men.
Hmm.
Because
And
we
and as a
haven't
man, there's a reason why we're
left.
still always unavailable. And as a man, you should be asking yourself those same questions. Hey,
Yes.
Yep.
what situations am I constantly putting myself into that is
Mm.
requiring me to go and hide? Why am
Mm.
I doing that? Is it the type of women I'm choosing, or is it me that's unhealed? That's something maybe my mom
Yes.
did, my dad did, my grandpa did,
Yes.
maybe situation that happened at work or within my life. What was it that
Right.
happened to me that makes me hide my emotions? What makes me, when we're having an argument, I just shut down? Why do I do
Mhm.
that? And as a man, we should
Yeah.
be asking ourselves those same questions, because a lot of
Yes.
times,
Mhm.
like you said, as women, you do put the burden on yourself. And as men,
Yes.
and this is why I tell people, take your end of it. Okay, this is what I did. This is
Okay.
what I can improve. I can't control the other person's actions.
That's it.
So whatever they did, that's between them and God. God,
Yeah.
they'll work
Mhm.
that out with God. But on
Yes.
this end of it, this is what I can do better. And then
Right.
for that way, on my next relationship, then guess what? At this point, I'm doing better at these areas. So
Yes.
it
Mhm.
does come apart as men. We need to have that conversation with ourselves. Okay, why am I keep falling in the same pattern? Why do I
Yeah.
keep finding women that keep throwing it in my face? Not every woman's like that. So what is it about me that
Mhm.
keeps attracting those types of women? So
Right.
we should
Right.
be.
Mhm.
It should be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That is
And
so
you got to
good.
give yourself time in between relationships. Don't just jump from one relationship to the next. You got to
Mm-hmm.
give
Big
yourself
time.
time to sit with yourself and just, you know, it's okay to be by yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
It is. It
peaceful.
Yes, it
is.
is.
It's peaceful. You got to learn how to have some peace in order to protect it. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So if
Yes.
you don't know
Yes.
what
Ooh, that's
peace,
good.
if you don't know what peace look like, how you gonna protect it when
That
when
you
when
can't.
it's time for it to be protected?
That's
It,
it.
it it can't be done. So you need to learn how to be by yourself, because you'll see all of these women every time you turn around they with a different person, and it's like,
Mm.
man, you don't give yourself no chance to be by yourself. Do you even know who you are?
Yeah.
Because you keep
But you know,
switching up being with these different people. So here
right.
you are switching hats, being a different person with each person that you with. Why don't
Right.
you try being by yourself sometime, and then you'll see who you are and
Mm-hmm.
whose you are and what
Mm-hmm.
you expect in a person.
Mhm.
Right. And that is good too, Wendy, because and oftentimes when you see that occurring where they're getting from one relationship to the next relationship or the next relationship and the next relationship, is because there's some underlining trauma there. And in the underlining
Hmm.
trauma,
Yes.
whether it's from childhood, there's some trauma that needs to be addressed. And because they
Yeah.
haven't addressed that
Yes.
trauma, so therefore, they're latching on to somebody because they feel that if I'm connected to somebody, that's gonna make me who I am, not realizing that you don't need
Yes.
nobody. And you hear people say this
Right.
that I get me a man or I get me a woman, they're gonna bring happiness to me. No,
They
you should
not.
be you should
No.
They
be
not.
already you should be already happy,
Hey,
but they should
And it
add to
may be you, and you may be the
there
very
you go.
person that's traumatizing them
it.
Yep.
with your stuff.
Yeah,
That's
and that's
real.
what happens.
You
Yeah,
know
and
what I'm
that's what
saying?
happens
With your
sometimes.
stuff.
That's what
Because
happens.
you haven't taken the time. Now you want to get a person that ain't got no problems, and then you bringing them some problems.
They ain't got no
You
problem.
know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
bringing them some problems. You disturbing their peace. And
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
got to
yeah.
look at yourself as, why do you keep having all of these people? The common denominator is you.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Everybody, everybody that you've been with can't be wrong.
Right.
Out
But
of
that goes
out of
back to the
10,
trauma.
15, look, out of 10, 15 people, not one person was right.
But that goes back, but that goes back on the serious note. But that goes back to because she has trauma or he has trauma that they haven't dealt with. Because there's
Yeah.
Yeah.
something. Holly said, "Yes, Wendy, don't disturb my peace." I know that's right.
Okay.
But you have people
But
that
you got to know what your piece is, though. You got to
some
know
like
Right.
what
you
your
said,
piece
some people
is.
don't know what their peace is. Some people don't know
Right.
what peace looks like. But
Because
when
they
you get
haven't given themselves a chance to be by themselves, to
mhm,
see
Hmm.
what peace look like, feel like, listen like. Because,
yeah,
like, for me, peace sounds so good. It's so quiet. It's so
yeah,
relaxing. It's
yes.
so joyous. It's so, and
Hmm.
for another person to come in with your foolishness, no, we protecting my peace, baby.
But
We
you know what?
protecting my
On
peace.
that, when you have a taste of peace, and you know what
Man,
peace tastes like, and you know what peace feels like, then when somebody comes in with that okey doke stuff, you're gonna know that hey,
real quick. Like
ruffling my feathers
Yes.
here because this stuff is
you may be
right
a nice person, but not today, boo boo.
or not
Not
That's
this
today.
it.
year.
That's it.
Not this year. I'm sorry. But this
Say
topic
not
is
today,
much
boo
needed.
boo.
Right. This topic was much
And then
needed.
you know what I've
Discussion.
noticed too?
What's
This
that,
is
Wendy?
another thing I've noticed. When you have peace
Mm-hmm.
and other people don't have peace, and
Mm-hmm.
they get angry when they try to disturb your peace and they can't, you know what I'm saying? They're angry.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
Yes.
all of a sudden you become the problem. How am I the problem when I won't let you disturb my peace?
Yes,
You know what that's
yes.
How
called?
why
Because you're
how,
not
Called
how
trauma.
allowing
does
it.
that make me a
Yeah,
problem?
that's it. And that's it, Anthony, that trauma. And then you have to create those
Uh,
boundaries. And a lot of people
Man,
don't like boundaries. A lot of people don't like to be held
man,
accountable. So when you
I
begin to
set
push those
Hmm.
issues
boundaries
out,
like
when you
like
begin to let them
candy.
know,
You
hey,
understand?
what you're doing to me is affecting me, then at
Yeah,
that point they're gonna get offended, they're gonna get upset because now you're
yeah,
pointing out the issue, you're pointing out what you're no longer
Uh-huh.
going to accept. And I was watching the
yeah.
podcast that said this guy said, when you see things in the beginning of your dating stage, and our issue is that when we see it, we don't say nothing in the beginning because we think it's cute. But when you begin
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship for a long period of time and that person's doing the
Uh-huh.
same thing, now it becomes an issue to you,
It's a
something that you should have
pattern.
addressed when you first seen it. He said, when you first see it, say something
Mhm.
and address it at that
Yes.
Yep.
point in time. Don't let it keep going on and going on and going on. So now they're comfortable because wait, you let it
You was
slide at
letting it go
the
Hey,
first time.
by. Yeah,
I've been doing this all this time. Why you say something now?
That part.
right. You know?
That
And
part.
it's like for me, I don't like you talking to me no any kind of way. I just don't. Mhm. That just I have a problem with that. And the
Yeah.
first time you do it, I will kind of give you some grace because we don't know each other like that. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? We learning.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But as time go by, a second time come, hold on, I'm
She said,
speaking to
hold
you
on.
about it.
Hold on. Pump them brakes.
Man. And the third
Pump
time,
them brakes.
The third time, three strikes you out. I
Yes.
forgive you. I still pray for you and I'll be cordial with you and all of that. But you don't have the same access to me no more.
That part.
There's a
And then it's
boundary
and it's
there.
okay to cut folks off too. It's okay to cut
You
them
know
no
what I'm
matter who they
saying?
are. Holly
Yes.
said that's a trigger. She
And
said, watch your tone. That's
okay,
it. Don't holler
you
Watch
at
your
me.
you
tone.
Don't holler.
and I'm
Don't
like
holler
this.
at
I
me.
stand on that. I stand on that. If you can go tell the president and the Secret Service, I don't care. That's that boundary for me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have the same access to me no more. And I'm okay with that. I truly am. Because it's like if I'm not if we cool, like
Yes.
all of us are cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Say Anthony says something to me that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
He care about me. Guess what Anthony gonna do?
He'll come back
He
and
gonna
apologize.
come. Anthony gonna come and he gonna
Mhm.
say, you know what, Sister Winnie, I think I said something that may have offended you. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't mean it that way, and took
Mm-hmm.
care of it. Then boom,
Right,
we cool.
Yeah.
But
right,
if you continue to say he did that and then he just go on like ain't nothing happened and just keep on and then he coming to me like
right.
he ain't never did nothing. Oh no, I
Mm-hmm.
can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. I can't. It's just something in me to just like,
I agree.
hold on,
Yeah.
didn't you know what I'm saying? I just
Mhm.
can't rock with that because I feel like if you care about somebody and they your friend, your colleague, or your sister, brother in Christ, if
Mhm.
if we have a close enough relationship with each other where we
Mhm.
know, what I'm saying, one is off or something, where we could go
Mhm.
like, hey boo,
Mhm.
you seem a little off. Can I pray with you? Or I'm praying for you or something.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
know that if I offended that person, or feel like I offended that person, even in that moment, you may not think you've done it, but some kind of way, when you rethink it, conviction is going to come
You
and
feel it
it's
in your
going to say,
spirit.
hey,
Yeah, you'll
it's
feel
going to
it. You
say,
feel it.
hey,
Yeah.
I don't think you worded that right. Go talk to your sister, go talk to your brother. You
Yeah.
go talk to them and say,
Mhm.
hey, I shouldn't have said that to you.
Right.
I love you. Please forgive me if I hurt your feelings, if I offended you. And you
Yeah.
clean that up. And then you could go on from there. But if a
But that's
person just,
maturity.
yeah,
That
yeah,
takes
Yeah.
maturity.
if a person
Mhm.
just overlooks it and think that it's okay, and now they thinking that they're conditioning you to accept that type of treatment,
Right.
I can't rock with that. I can't
Right.
rock with
Right.
that. I don't care what you say. I forgive you. I forgave you when it happened. But
Mhm.
baby, we got boundaries now. We don't
Your
have the same
access
access. You're not
access
on the front row.
denied.
Look, you're not on
Denied.
the front row. You're not on the front row no more. You up there in the bleacher section. You understand? You're
Nosebleed.
in the bleacher
Nosebleed.
section. You know, because we can't. Because you're in that instance, you're letting me know that you don't care anything about my feelings and you
Yeah.
don't care about the relationship that you and I have
Right.
or lack
Right.
of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you don't care about that, then that means we can't, because you're not
Guess what,
conditioning
y'all?
me.
Guess what,
What?
y'all? It's about that
What?
time. It's about that
Ooh,
time.
and we was
She
getting
said,
good
"What?
too,
What?
boy.
Okay.
What?" So, Anthony, before we close
It's
out tonight,
always when we getting good.
right
It's always when
now,
we getting good.
before
That
we
time
close out,
time.
Anthony,
Man.
do you have anything to share with our viewers on tonight about signs, about anything that we discussed on tonight, or even just words of encouragement if somebody is actually a situation right now, situationship? What words can you give them on tonight?
All right. I would say the best thing you can do is learn
Hmm.
you.
Yeah.
Because and this, I'm gonna talk to the gentleman. Uh,
Okay.
as an emotionally As a
Thank you,
man who's trying to
Holly.
figure out your emotions and how you're
Uh-huh.
trying to navigate life and trying
Okay.
to deal with, what does it mean to be a man, and how do I properly express these things, and how do I become emotionally intelligent? Take the time to figure out who you are, what you want to do, where you're going in life, because
Right.
it's hard to express something about not just yourself, but it's hard to express anything if you haven't figured out you. So
Right.
Yes.
as a man, number one goal, first thing you should be doing, even before you find any woman that you should be talking to, if you just get out of a relationship, or even if you're in a relationship and you're finding yourself to be not as emotionally available as you want to be, figure out who you
Mm-hmm.
are. Figure out what are your
Right.
triggers. What are the things that make you mad? What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that require more attention within you? And
Right.
then that way you can grow out of that and learn how to become a better man for yourself, for your family, and for everyone else that you touch.
Yes.
Now to our
Yes.
ladies,
Okay.
uh, listen, listen, he's telling
Yeah.
you, he's literally
Yes.
telling you everything.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's not always loud. Sometimes, like we said
Right.
earlier, it's through his actions. He might say, I
Yeah.
got you, but his
Ooh, I
actions
got
are really
you.
showing don't got you, right? He
Yes.
might be
Yes.
saying, he might not be saying anything, but he is loud and clear through his actions.
Yep.
So find out and allow him a space, too, because the emotion is there and he wants
Right.
to give it to you, but allow him the space to do that in. And if he's not the type of man who he has no desire whatsoever, and this is
Uh-huh.
not like I've been in this relationship for 30 years or 40 years of my life or something like that. We're married and all kinds of stuff. This is just y'all dating and you're realizing early this man has no desire to express his emotion and he will not give it to you. Run.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay to leave and say, you're not the type of man that I want. You're not the type of man that is going to lead me to where I want to go.
That
Because
part.
Yeah.
as a man, our job is to lead our family, and we can't
Right.
lead our family if we're not going nowhere and if we're not
Yep.
willing to express how we're
Yes.
feeling and where we're going. Because as a woman, you're looking for security and you're looking for clarity.
Right.
Yes.
And
Right.
if you can't find security and clarity in this man, he is not the man for you, or he's not ready to
Mm.
be the man for you. And
Come
that's
Thank
okay
on.
too. That's
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
It's okay to
you.
say you're just not where you're not where I would need you to be. And as a man, it's okay to say I'm not where I need to be.
Yep.
Now, it's not okay to
Mhm.
stay there. So
Yes.
it's
That-
time for us to start growing, start to developing. The name of this podcast is Perfect, the Healing Project, because this is designed to heal you. This is designed to
Yes.
help. Maybe I do
Yes.
need to
Yes.
talk to somebody. Maybe I need to really get deeper into prayer. Maybe I need to take the time to read more books. There's an amazing book called
Right.
Emotional Intelligence. I love that book. Learn about
Hmm.
empathy. Learn about what the difference between empathy and sympathy is. Learn the difference between communication. One of my favorite books is Crucial Conversations. Because sometimes, even as men, we want to have the crucial conversations, or as women, you want to have the crucial conversations, but we're looking for the perfect time. I'm sorry to
Right.
tell
Yes.
you,
Right.
there's no such thing as the perfect time. She's mad,
No.
have the conversation. He's mad, have the conversation. He's really
Yeah.
happy right now. She's really happy right now. Have the conversation.
Yes.
Does
Hmm.
not
Yes.
matter. Have the conversation. Because a
Yeah.
feared greatest food is time.
Hmm.
Mm.
Stop feeding your fear with time. Take
Mm.
away the
That's
time and just do it anyway. So that would
Do
be
it
everything
anyway.
I have to say.
good. 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 And I want
Awesome.
to piggyback off of that real quick before I'm gonna let you get in, Wendy. I want to say this, men, if you are not ready to date, and if you are not ready to get
Man,
married,
don't
and you
do it.
know you're not ready, do not go and disturb the woman. Leave her
Right.
alone. Go get
Leave
yourself
her
together
alone.
first, and if she's still available, then go to her. But if you're
Please
not
do.
Mhm.
ready to get into a relationship, and you know within your heart of heart that you are not ready emotionally, financially, leave that woman alone.
Yes.
And I approve that message.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yes. I approve it too. I'm with you.
And then on the flip side of that, women, if you not ready,
Come on.
if you're not, ready to be led by a real man,
Hmm.
if you can't recognize that it's a real man,
Yes.
and let me put in there a real godly man,
Come on.
Leave
Be
him
protected.
alone.
Yeah.
Leave
Yes.
him alone.
Yes.
If you're not where you supposed to be spiritually, leave him alone. Let
Mm-hmm.
him be
Very
with
true.
somebody else that is.
That's it. That's
Cause
it.
we out
That's
here
it.
waiting, y'all, messing around and,
Mm.
you know, disturbing his peace. Leave that man alone.
She said disturb his peace. I'm gonna disturb his
Love it.
peace, all right?
Love
Yeah, disturbing
it.
that man peace. Leave that man alone. You know what I'm saying? Because, all it takes is him to be in one bad relationship and then you know what I'm saying, he's messed up for a minute.
He
And
is.
all
Yeah.
the women
Realize.
behind you is gonna pay for it. So just leave
Absolutely.
that man alone.
That's
Just
100.
leave him alone.
That
Very
is
true. Yeah, we
100.
don't bounce back as easily.
Nope.
No, and it's
Nope, not at
and it's
all.
okay, but what I want to say tonight before we close is this. If we know both male and female that we are not ready to date, if we're not serious right
Mm-mm.
now, and if we know that we're not there spiritually, take time to step back, be mature enough to say, okay, I'm just not ready right now. You a good woman, you a good man, but right now, mentally and emotionally, I'm not there. And I know if I'm not there for myself, I cannot be there for you. So because it's
Mhm.
Yes.
not right to the individual that you're interrupting their peace and they're interrupting their life because that's what you're doing. You're interrupting, you're playing,
Mhm.
and we're not playing pickleball. So
Nope.
Yeah.
step back and just say, okay, respect the person and say, I'm just not ready right now. And if
Mhm.
you're available when I'm ready, if I'm when I'm together, and then maybe I'll approach you. But if you're gone by time I get back and get myself together, that's okay. The Lord has somebody
You
for you.
So
respect that.
that's
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, so we have
That's
to
it.
be more mature in interrupting people's lives because not only
Mhm.
that, we have women that have children, and
Yep.
you have men that's out there preying on people. If you don't have
Mhm.
respect for yourself, at least have respect for the woman and her children. Because what you're
Yep.
doing, you're interrupting her life, you're interrupting her children's life. Because why? When women are serious, they're going to start to bring that man around their children. And if you're not
Yep.
Yes.
serious, do not do that to them kids. Step back,
Mhm.
walk away, do whatever you got to do. Go play in the street. Just leave
Man.
them kids
Hmm.
alone. Leave the mother alone because it's not right.
And
It's not. It's truly not because now you're affecting the babies. You're affecting the kids.
I agree.
And
and,
and they did not ask for you to come into their life. There's something that you and their mother chose. But again, have respect for a woman that has a child or children that she's
mhm.
raising on her own. Do not go interrupt that lady and do not go interrupt her children's lives.
And another thing to piggyback off of that, Tina,
Mm-hmm.
if that man don't go, oh, I hate this too.
Uh-oh.
These young ladies are letting these men come in their house too soon around
Yeah.
their kids.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Allow time for you and I to build our relationship and
Yes.
don't bring him in your household. Don't
Yes.
bring him into your children's lives. At least give us 6 months to a year to get to know each other.
That part. That part.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you coming in there after a week of meeting her and then you moving in their house and taking over their house and stuff,
Oh,
that ain't, but that's
Yeah,
what
that's
they
real.
doing though. That's what they
That's
doing
real.
though. That's what they doing, these hobosexuals.
oh.
That's what they do. That's what they're called.
She
You didn't
got
know
a
they
That's
were
really what they
homosexual
call
called
it
that?
too, though. Yeah, that's real.
They're called,
That's
they're
real.
hobosexuals, for real.
for
They
real.
prey on
Okay.
women. Yes, that's a real
Mhm.
thing. They prey on women that have children and
Okay.
they get in that household and they up in there and they take over. And now she
Mhm.
can't get rid of them. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? She done put
Yeah.
herself in the situation and put them kids in the situation. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
I'm saying is if you have children and men too, if you're a single parent, you as well,
Yeah.
do not introduce that woman or that man to your child and until you have established something 6 months to a year.
Yeah, I agree.
And still
I
don't
agree.
bring him into your house. Y'all meet at the restaurant or somewhere or at the park.
At the
You know
park.
what I'm saying? Or at the park. You know what I'm saying? Some public activity. You know what
That's
I'm
No, I
right.
saying?
agree. Because things
Because
are too crazy now.
because
I agree.
you don't want to force your children to accept someone that you have. All
Yeah,
your
Exactly.
children have to accept that man,
yeah,
not just you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
right.
because you say he cool, them children can feel some things that you can't.
That's it. That's
Very
it.
true.
And if your
You know
kid
what
comes
I'm
to you
saying?
telling you something, take heed to what your child is saying.
Man, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And don't be
Yes.
so fast to bringing that man in your house. And man,
Yeah, I know that's right, Holly. She said, I don't care.
meet
We meet
him.
at church. The same rule applies. I
Come
know
on
That's it.
now. You know what I'm
That's
that's
it.
saying? Meet him somewhere in public. Do
yeah,
not have him come to the house.
and that's
You don't
real.
Yes.
want that energy in the house.
That's it.
No.
When the children meet him, they meet him outside
Yeah.
because you got to see how your children interact with this
Interact
person
or he interacts
and
with your
how
children.
he
Yeah.
enter with them.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yes.
If your children
Look, I'll
come
tell you,
around,
my daughter's a great buffer.
she don't speak. Yes, she
Yeah.
is.
She don't play no
Yes,
joke
she
with nobody.
is. She is. She do not look.
Look,
You be
she's
at church. Anthony trying to lean in to hug you. She right there. She right in the middle. She
she push you
man
away. She
down
don't want to
there.
talk to you. She
She
wants to-
pushing you.
This was a great show on tonight, you guys, and I truly enjoyed this conversation that we had.
Yes.
I truly enjoyed you, Holly, and your comments and interacting with us.
Yes. Thank
We
you,
appreciate it.
Holly.
Yes.
And we come talk about real things, real stories, because hey, people want
Yeah.
transparency these days. They don't want no making up stuff. And we want to be genuine because why? Because this is the healing project. And the healing project is for people to come here, safe place, safe
Yes.
platform where they can share
Yes.
their feelings, share their emotions, share their stories, but also to hear our stories and know that
Yeah.
they're not alone in life. They're not alone in the things that they go
Yes.
through. We all go through something. It may be yours may be a lot different than mine, but we all go through something. And to let everybody know that we are here for you no matter what it may be. You want somebody to pray with you, we're here. Want somebody to talk
Yes.
to, we're here. And this is a safe zone, a non-judgmental
Yes.
zone. This is
Yes.
not something that we're just saying. This is real talk. And
Yes.
so mean what we say because this platform was created because I needed something and because I didn't have that safe place to go and talk. We created
Yeah.
this safe place for other people, something that we
I love
needed.
it.
Now we have it for somebody that needs it. And so
Yes.
Yes.
thank you for joining us on tonight. Tune back
Thank you.
with us, the Healing Project, at April
On the
27th at 7 p.m.
27th.
Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be continuation on this. We're going to have a relationship coach that's going to be coming on. He's going to be joining in. He's going to be talking to us about the same topic that we discussed tonight, emotional unavailable men. And so he's going to discuss what he sees as a relationship coach, as far as
Yes.
coaching women, and give them techniques and tools that they can use and put into their toolbox for later use. So again, we
Yes.
want to thank you for joining the Healing Project on
Thank
tonight.
you,
We
guys.
love you. Hope to see you again. We're here every second, every
Yes.
fourth Monday of the month. So please tune in,
Yes.
follow us, like, share, and comment below. We love the
Yes.
comments. Want feedback? Give us
Subscribe
feedback.
to us.
That's it. That's it. And so we
Hi.
love y'all. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you,
Good night. Thank
Anthony.
you.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Appreciate
Anthony.
y'all. Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you. Bye bye. All right, Winnie, that's a wrap. So I will see you later, my dear.
All right, boo.
All right, love.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye bye. Bye, Miss Holly. See you tomorrow.